Following a run-in with a pair of Ankegs, the three of you have resumed your northward journey toward the distant town of Yellmoor, a place that Pat has been before, while Rue and Twig are strangers to any town you could name. You've been able to follow a narrow footpath for a while, and it brings you to an open, grassy meadow a few hundred yards across. The grass is over 3 feet tall and flowing in the gentle breeze. Despite its height, it does little to hide the forms of 20 to 30 triceratops grazing about 50 feet ahead. They are heavy, lumbering, scaly beasts, prominent horns and armored crests on their heads, and they haven't noticed you at this moment. What would you like to do?
Did you just say triceratops?
Yes.
Those are real?
They're native to the New World.
Oh. Okay.
I'm going to stop playing the bagpipes. Oh, no, I had the trumpet out. I'm going to stop playing the trumpet.
Okay.
How will they not notice?
Take a counter of that. I'm just still perched up on Twig, watching them.
Would I have any knowledge about whether or not they're known to be hostile towards? Or, like, if they're territorial?
Well, make a nature check.
Okay. Plus... Oh, my plus is amazing! I'm not playing with Draki anymore. Dirty 20.
Okay, yeah. They more than likely would react not too friendly with some people of your size, just like walking straight up to them. Giving them a wide berth is definitely a safer option to avoid having a bull trample you.
I'm going to make the sound that somebody with actual, like, I think the word is trachea, but like I don't have a throat, but I make the sound of a gulp, and I'm like, wide berth, those are herbivores, and I look down at myself. I am plant.
Oh, you'll be fine. I will cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. What's the duration on that?
Only 10 minutes.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna kind of gently call to one of the Triceratops and be like, "Don't mind me and my friends. We're just passing through. Love the salad." All munching on.
I'm gonna peek through my fingers as I'm covering my face with my hands.
Has gotten the attention of a few members of the Triceratops herd as they start to hear words that they understand. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I'm good at those.
Oh.
Oh, dirty. Oh, no. That's 24.
24. Okay.
17 plus
Dirty
7.
24.
I was going to say dirty 20 because I thought I had a 3.
Slowly looks up in your direction. Yep. Good salad.
I'll just give him 2 thumbs up.
Alright.
Are we just walking? Are we walking around?
You're the one everyone's kind of like either clinging to or
I'm
you are the one
taking
walking.
a wide breath, like so just to be clear, did you just take my advice?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's very... I'm gonna look pointedly at Rue. That's quite a refreshing change.
You should take your own advice.
Hey!
I'm gonna stick out my non-existent tongue at them.
You look over and there is a exceptionally large member of the herd, a bull darker in color than the rest, looking directly at you. Hey, stay away! I'm warning you! I'll crush you if you get too close!
We'll keep our distance. We don't mean any harm. Would you like to
turning
hear a
tail
song?
and I'm running. I'm taking you both with me.
I don't know what that
If
is!
you're playing a song, would that mean that he
I
rolls a
will-
performance at disadvantage?
No, I'm just gonna
Oh wait, no, you're
pull out the
proficient.
trumpet again and be like, all right, well, before I go, just leave you with this. This is music, and I'm gonna play a couple notes on the trumpet, just do a little tune.
Make a performance check, please.
Oh my goodness.
10.
10. The wolf starts trotting over like, "Hey, you stop that! Hey, you stop that! I don't like that!"
Okay, let's go, Twig.
I'm still running. How fast do I go?
Uh,
Oh right,
7'7", so my legs are like 4 feet long.
your wingspan is as wide as you are tall.
you are definitely outpacing
Oh.
it, and it doesn't pursue as the music stops. So
Hey,
you are able
hey,
to.
stop that.
Hey, cut it out!
This is so
that's a first for me.
bizarre.
So you are able to
Pat's
reach
grinning ear to ear.
the tree line on the other side of the meadow without any hostile action. Yeah.
How is Rue situated on me, and then is Pat still on my shoulder? Or
Yeah,
am I
on your
holding? Okay.
Are you not grappling me anymore?
Oh, I think
thought
I
you were
still
holding
am.
him like a
I
balloon.
think I'm still holding onto your leg.
Yeah.
I'm just like a little balloon. uh,
So
yeah,
would it
we're
be safe
safe
to,
now.
since Twig is kind of in charge of the direction people are going, I'll have Twig.
I would like to make a perception check just to see if there's any things around us,
Okay.
like, because I want to slow down, because I'm wanting to eat some dirt.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Rue is not helping.
16.
16.
16 total.
Alright, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary just in the general surroundings, but you glance up and there's a net strung up on the trees above you with large stone weights at its edges. And you look down and you nearly hit a tripwire. So it's a very
I'm gonna
good thing
back
that
up.
you
How
took a moment to look around.
wide is the net?
Looks to be about 30 feet across.
I'm gonna step back until I am 40 feet away, and I would like to toss something to trigger the tripwire.
Okay.
Someone could get seriously hurt by this.
Also, while you are backing up with a 16, you start to notice there are figures crouched in nearby bushes, 6 of them, and they appear to be orcs.
I believe I have a. Did I say that I forget exactly what weapon that I have? Did I say that I had a big branch?
You do have
Or
a
do I?
branch quarterstaff sort of thing.
Okay, cool.
Alright. Do you still want to trigger the net?
I'm going to let go. What? Sorry, what'd you say? To trigger it?
Yeah, because you
I'll
said you were
wait.
going to.
I'll-
Okay.
I'll wait for now and just kind of call out like, I can see you. I can see you. I'm going to release Rue, and then I'm going to poke Pat in the stomach, kind of grab him, hold him down in my arms, and then point where they're. You say, oh, they're orcs?
Yeah.
Where the orcs are. It's like, there are people in the trees. There's people in the trees.
I see that.
I don't think I know what
after-
they are. I don't think I've
One
ever
of
seen an
them
orc
is
before.
going to kind of glare at you and just do that.
Maybe do we do they speak? Do they speak common, or do we need to cast speak with animals?
They speak common.
They,
We can
are you sure?
try and talk our way out.
Shut up.
Rue, you. What do you think?
Wait, Twig.
What?
Twig.
What?
I don't think
what?
they're trying
what?
to catch us. I think
What?
they're trying to catch something else. Can I see if I can see any of these orcs?
Yeah, As Twig points them out, you are able to see two of them hidden in the canopies
Artie,
of trees,
get off my
and
desk. I'll throw
four
my book
more
at you.
on the ground in bushes.
I'll see if I can. I'll just point at one, and go. What are you trying to catch?
He's gonna point towards the Triceratops herd.
I'm gonna give a thumbs up and slink back towards the Triceratops.
What are you? I'm still holding you.
It's been. How long has it been? You said that you poked me and then got me in your arms. So
I'm
I guess I'll get out of
carrying
your
you in
arms.
my arms.
Oh, I
Okay,
will jump
so
out.
I don't want you to leave.
I will
Like, what are
punch
you-
you
what are you
and jump
doing?
out.
Okay,
No,
roll a
I'm
hit.
just gonna. I'm not gonna hit you, but I will ask, like, Twig, can you put me down? I'm just
What
gonna
are you
help
gonna
out,
do?
and then they'll be.
Tell me what you're gonna do.
Tell
me what
they
you're gonna
just
do.
want to catch one of the Triceratops, so give them what they want.
But that means they'll
Let me
hurt
go.
it. That's
Twig,
what I will
Let me
not.
go.
I'm squeezing you. Like, that is my duty to protect the inhabitants of the forest.
I'm
by
going to
the
pull out my
box.
bagpipes and play them as loud as I can.
Oh boy! At that blast of noise, is there still a bagpipes thing on the soundboard? Oh yeah, there is.
And at the end of it, it's gonna go like off, as in an attempt to try and quiet down. Twig's gonna grab the bellows and then kind of squeeze it alongside with Pat, like shh, but it's gonna make it even louder.
This horrible squealing, shrieking noise. All of the orcs groan and stand up and climb down. You can hear the thunderous noise of a stampede heading the opposite direction. And
Okay, Is it very obvious that the sound is going away?
it becomes clear after just a moment, yeah. The noise seems to have spooked the Triceratops and they're fleeing.
I'll put Pat down now and pat his head, just like, good job.
I'll just move away from that and be like, what are you doing? I was going to help them out. They could have been our friends. They could have...
One of the
Well, we
orcs
can just
is
put them
going to
somewhere else.
step
They weren't-
forward right up into your personal space, both of you. What is wrong with you?
We can get you something different.
I was going to lure one over. This Twig.
That is
Where
my
did they
name.
go?
Yes, I am Twig.
And they start. He says something to another one in Orcish. Do any of you speak Orcish?
I only speak Common and Gnomish.
Okay, so they exchange a brief conversation, and then two of them climb back up into the trees and start taking the net back down carefully. Just go. Just leave. We don't want help. We were fine. And
I'm gonna raise my hand. How long were you waiting?
I don't want to talk to you.
Please?
Make a
I will
persuasion
walk
check
past
with disadvantage.
Oh, come on.
I'm just gonna start walking past him.
Oh, that's already bad. Oh, that's even worse. 7?
He's going to take an axe off his back, hold it in both hands. I don't want to talk to you.
I'm gonna lean down really far, just get in his face. Okay. And just straighten back up. Honestly, we're better off at the glade. I don't know what we're doing here. I'm gonna start grumbling and walking off. And the net's down, so it can't be triggered.
Yeah, they are carefully bringing it down. It kind of
Okay.
swings down and then collapses in a heap. Well, moving on from that,
Yeah.
I was going to say, Rue would just be leaving. He's
Okay.
upset that
Pat
he
and
treated like a
Rue are-
balloon.
Already, yeah.
He's been gone for a little while. As soon as
Okay.
he got let go, he just moved on.
1 second. Journey resumes. Traveling throughout the day. Still have quite a distance to cover. Nothing of interest for a few hours, but then as it's starting to get into early afternoon, you start to, each of you, smell something. Kind of a spicy smell, and mixed with smoke.
Can I even smell?
Yeah, you can smell.
Okay.
I guess I'll try and figure out what it is based off the smell.
Okay. Make an insight check.
They're cooking Rue!
They're killing him. 22.
Wow.
Oh.
With 22, someone's cooking chili.
I'm just gonna go,
Ooh.
oh yeah. I'm gonna tap my nose. That's a big pot of chili right there.
And with a 22, you're able to tell pretty much exactly what direction it is. It's on your way, somewhere further north of you. Probably not too far.
Okay. Are we still in tall grass?
No, that was just the meadow. You've moved on
Okay.
to forest again. Loose forest, occasional bushes, thorny or
Okay.
berry or both.
Yeah.
Pretty
I'll just
open,
be
easygoing
poking
terrain.
around.
Okay.
I'll be poking around looking for little snacks as I go.
Okay. Make a investigation check.
19.
19. You find a pair of large and delicious mushrooms.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna scoop both of those up into my bag.
All right. Before long, continuing north, the smell is getting stronger until it's almost eye-watering, and
Oh.
you finally find a small campsite with a big copper pot of bubbling red stew with a single figure standing next to it, hand on his chin, 5'8" with gray hair, incredibly long, pointed eyebrows and ears. His mouth seems a bit too wide. His teeth seem just a bit too large. He's wearing vibrant purple and red mottled robes, and he's barefoot. And he's contemplating his stew.
I'm gonna be kind of just watching. Is there anything? Is it just the pot and him?
Yep,
there's
and a
nothing
campfire.
else in the camps?
There is a small blanket spread out on the grass.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna
a
hide.
fairly large canvas. Well, some kind of cloth bag on the corner of the blanket. You're gonna hide?
I'm gonna. Yeah.
Make a stealth check.
9.
9? Okay.
And I'm just kind of slinking closer to the site,
Okay.
seeing what I can see.
As you get within maybe 100 feet, he just turns and looks straight towards you. I'm thinking more cinnamon. What do you think?
I'm just gonna stand up out of the bushes. Cinnamon in a stew. Why would you put cinnamon in there?
I've never. Well, is that not normal?
I've never had cinnamon in a stew. What'd you put in so far? I'll just walk over to the stew.
I've lost track. That's the problem.
Oh. Oh.
Would you mind tasting it? See what you think.
My eyebrows are gonna go up and be like, well, I guess a little bit can't hurt.
Right. He's going to reach into his robe and procure a 4-foot spoon. Dip it in, hold it out to you.
Alright, I'm going to fake taking a sip.
Okay. Make a deception check.
Ooh, 23.
23. It's probably gonna beat his insight. Alright. Well.
Oh yeah. Definitely way too much cinnamon. You've
Oh,
got
oh.
some kind of red chili in there. Tasting a lot of beans, a lot of pepper.
Oh, yes. As many different kinds of beans as I could think of. I thought that was what you were supposed to do, but I'm a little unsure at the moment.
Have you ever made stew before?
Nope. Trying something different.
Okay. Well, I hate to break it to you. This one's just awful.
It's rubbish.
It's
Can
rubbish.
I float over?
Yeah. Second opinion. Dips the spoon in again. Holds it out to you. Rubbish or not rubbish?
I'm gonna like
Bead of sweat goes down his brow.
I'm gonna like cut my hands and pull out like 3 beans because it's about all they can hold. And just munch on them.
Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Alright. Oh no, where did I put the... Oh, I forgot. Hang on, it's right there.
Make that pixie make a Constitution saving throw. As Rue is tasting it, I'm gonna sidle on over to that little bag.
Okay. Twig,
No
are
bonus
you...
for being fair.
I've been trying to find Rue.
Okay. Go ahead and add 2 to your roll for being Fey,
Okay.
actually.
I might need that. 17.
The 2 helped.
Oh,
Alright. You taste this, and there's a bizarre cacophony of conflicting flavors, and you feel woozy. And that's a success.
oh.
I'm so
Oh,
glad I
no.
didn't actually take a sip.
Well, rubbish, not rubbish. More beans, too many. I put a lot of beans in and some mushrooms I found on the log there.
Wait.
Can I look at the mushroom? Yeah. Can I do a nature check?
They're mixed in. I don't know where they are.
Oh.
I put all of them in.
I'm gonna take something from that bag.
Wait, hang on. I might have something to help with this.
You're reaching in the bag?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you just reaching in blindly for whatever?
Yeah, I'm keeping my eyes on him. I'm gonna take my hand out if he notices, but I'm gonna rummage around and see what I get.
Okay. You pull out this, like, little 5-foot length of, yellow rope, which rapidly wraps itself around your arm and begins to squeeze.
I'm gonna stick my arm behind my back and try to pull it off.
Okay. Make a strength check, please.
Oh no.
Oh. 0.
24.
I rolled a 2 minus 2. Oh,
You take
no.
4
boy.
points of bludgeoning damage as this rope begins to crush your arm.
I'm keeping my pained cries as quiet as possible. Just some dust in the air here.
Deception check, please. Twig, at this point, I'm sure you've
17.
arrived if you want to.
I have definitely arrived, and I'm just like, are you alright? You look a bit red, pained.
I
That
in the
smell.
background, I would like to be doing a ritual of purify food and drink over the cauldron.
Okay, and I'm guessing that takes 10 minutes.
Yeah.
17 deception. Alright. This figure is seems to still be focused on Rue and well, mostly Rue right now as he starts to do this ritual. Is that? Oh. Does that mean I did it wrong? Because I don't think that's normally. Well, if that's required for making it more palatable, then I suppose that's fine. But I was hoping to.
You can put more things in if you do this at the end.
Ooh! He's going to go over to his bag and reach in and start pulling out other things. This little, like, oddly shaped vial. He's going to unstopper that and pour something green and dusty in there. And
I'm just gonna keep
wow,
doing
you're
it,
still
doing the ritual.
purifying it.
Yeah.
Alright, so, Pat, that's your name. If you're still trying to get this rope off you, you can make another strength check.
I'm gonna have to try.
Alright.
It's another 0.
23. 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Can I walk over and try it and, like, can you re-explain what's going on here?
Alright, so, setting the scene. There's this small little, like, picnic camp that you've walked into. Rue is busy casting a ritual of purifying food and drink on this bubbling red stew in a copper pot. This fey-looking individual is busy tossing all sorts of unknown herbs and liquids in at the same time. Pat has got a, like, 5-foot section of golden rope wrapped around his right arm, squeezing it purple. He has been trying to remove it behind his back to no success.
What do I do to get it off of him? Is there anything that I need to...
It would be a strength check.
Like
contested.
a strength check?
Yeah.
Okay. 14 plus 4. 18 total.
Okay. That is a dead match. So we're gonna roll again.
Oh, great. Natural 20.
Alright. So, Pat, behind you, Twig grabs the rope on your arm and starts to pull, and for, like, a whole 10 seconds, it's not hurting you anymore, but it's not getting any looser until finally she's able to slowly unwind it off your arm. Actually, Twig, you're a guy, aren't you? So he's able to.
I am a...
Okay.
It's very confusing.
I know it's a bit confusing.
So now, Twig, you've got this 5-foot section of rope squirming in your hands like a living thing.
Can this
I'm
rope
gonna
make
look
wisdom
around and I'm
saves?
gonna toss it into the wood.
You're gonna toss it into the wood. Alright. It, doesn't manage to wrap itself around you as you chuck it. It, flies off into the bushes. And immediately you see it slithering back.
Can it make wisdom saves?
You don't know that. You can try.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to cast command on it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me just a moment here. Let me check something. See if I can find a similar item. Yeah, okay. Command, so it has to make a wisdom saving throw?
Yep, DC 13.
Well, got a 4. What do you command it to do?
Flee.
Alright. So you say flee, and it immediately turns around and starts squirming back into the woods.
As soon as it leaves, I'm going to dig back into the bag.
The Fey guy has the bag. He's pulling stuff out of it and...
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
6 seconds later, command wears off. Rope comes slithering back towards the camp.
Alright, I'm just gonna avoid it.
Okay.
I'd like to grab both ends and just hold it, like one end in one hand before it can wrap around myself, and then grab the other end. So basically, it's like a really squirmy jump rope in my hand.
Okay.
And I'm just kind of holding it.
Make an athletics check, because it's going to try and dodge this grapple.
Okay. 16 total.
You snag it. And what did you say you were doing with it?
I'm
Grabbing
just
both ends?
holding it, basically. I'm just grabbing both ends and just holding it. I'm just like very, very confused. Like, what's going on? Who is this person?
They are going to eventually seem satisfied with their stew, and they're gonna look over. Why do you have that?
I'm gonna
I
leave.
found it.
He's gonna look at the bag.
I'm going.
That's mine.
It's yours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look around for Pat. Like, oh, I found it. Do you want it back?
In
It's,
here?
like, squirming in my hands. Do you want it? Yeah. Do you need it? Oh, in the stew. I'm gonna look over. I'm gonna like hold it over the stew pot.
Have you made stew before?
I don't know what that is.
Can we not put that in
I
the
think I'm-
stew?
Okay. I'm gonna toss it into the woods again.
Yeah. He's going to go walking after it.
I'm gonna back end Twig over as he's chasing it, and he'd be like, "Come on, let's go."
He just made the stew.
Is the large scoop in the stew to be stirred? Because I will be stirring it if that is the case.
It's like a regular-sized spoon with a
Yeah.
4-foot handle.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at
And
the
yeah,
end of
it
the hill
is.
trying to stir.
Okay, make a strength check for me, because this is like... Actually, no, there's not enough of a handle to warrant that, because it's not going to be catching enough to be a problem. So you are
Okay.
able to stir a bit of it. Are you continuing with this 10-minute ritual as you're doing this?
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to come back, no sign of the rope, still got the bag, and... Hello, by the way.
Hello. Hi.
I didn't offer you any yet. Can I see that spoon for a second? Third opinion? You know, might be helpful.
Yeah, I'll let go.
Alright. Going to offer Twig a taste of the soup, which has not been purified yet at this point. You can see Rue is still working on purifying it.
I'm gonna hold the spoon. I'm like, I don't think you understand. I can't eat this. Watch,
that
he's
bad?
gonna stoop down, grab a handful of dirt, and shove it in his mouth, and it's just gonna trickle out, like from the bottom of its head, from the bottom of his head.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have an idea. I'm gonna splash it down on the ground and step on it.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
So dumb. It's a 6.
Alright. Rue, Pat, while you're watching, Twig dumps the contents of the spoon onto the ground, steps on it, and collapses unconscious.
What?
Oh!
Okay. just for future reference, mushrooms. Pat's going to be like steepling his fingers and lecturing this man. Mushrooms don't go in stew unless you know that they're safe to eat.
I ate one and I thought it was fine.
You didn't have any kind of strange side effects.
No?
Okay, I'm gonna try and get. I'm gonna avoid the spill and try and get Twig back on his feet.
Alright, you try and rouse Twig, but, you're not familiar with pumpkin folk or how they operate, really, and CPR doesn't seem to be a thing, and... Unfortunately, you can make a medicine check if you'd like, but,
I will just try and drag her out of the campsite.
Alright.
Him.
I have a thing could possibly wake him up.
Please do.
Well,
Sorry,
Please
if you
do.
don't mind.
I mean, I feel it's only fair that you give me something in return for me using this to help you.
I feel like it's your job to get him back on his feet because it's your soup that put him on the ground in the first place.
We don't know that. It could have been a pre-existing sort of thing.
Alright, how's this? I will give you something if you take a sip of the stew first.
Okay. He's going to...
Oh,
He falls unconscious!
Yeah! I'm going to take whatever's left in his bag.
Hold on 1 second.
Right.
Okay, he falls backward away from the stew pot.
oh.
Lands on his back, eyes just kind of unfocused.
That's what I thought. I'm gonna root through his bag and take the rest of his stuff.
Okay.
Not the rope. Because the rope, I don't know where it is.
The rope is in the bag and immediately latches onto your arm again. You open up the bag and it, like, before your fingers even get into the mouth, it's squirming around you. It goes for your neck this time, but...
Oh my goodness. I guess I'm gonna use my dagger on it. I'm gonna start cutting this thing up.
Okay, roll to hit.
Magic rope. That's a 16 to hit.
Okay, roll damage.
5.
Alright, you cut about halfway through. Please make a strength saving throw. Oh, why am I rolling?
I don't have good strength. Oh, thank goodness. 14.
14. Failure.
No!
6 points of bludgeoning damage as it crawls around your neck and starts to squeeze.
I'm so enthralled with this ritual.
Alright, Pat, it's your turn again if you want to keep cutting at it.
I will shoot Starry Wisp at it.
Okay.
It's a cantrip. It's dirty 20 to hit.
Okay, yeah, roll damage.
It takes 6 radiant.
Okay. You're able to just let go with one hand and blast it with that. It bursts into white flame for a moment and is reduced to ash, and you can breathe.
As I'm still coughing and collecting my breath, I'm gonna crawl back over to the bag and keep moving.
All
Are you
right.
choking on something? Oh, look
Are you
at-
choking? Are you choking?
Blasted rope.
All right.
That thing almost killed me.
In the bag, you're able to find a dozen half-empty or empty little containers of various shapes and design, and some containing odd-colored liquids or powders. Not sure which one might be useful to wake people up, but you've got about a dozen of them spread out on the grass before you.
I'm gonna sit there and think, and I will roll insight to see if I can figure this out. I will also give myself bardic inspiration.
Insight? Not sure if insight is appropriate. Let's see.
Investigation, maybe?
Investigation, yeah.
Okay.
By, like, unstoppering things and giving them a sniff and, like, trying to figure out what things are.
That's already pretty good. I don't know if I need to use my bardic inspiration. I got an 18.
18. Some of them are definitely just spices. One smells incredibly strongly of alcohol. Another starts to make you feel more woozy.
Nope,
oh, I forgot. Because you... No, that was Jake. So you are not woozy. Jake is woozy. Rue is woozy. Okay. One makes you feel woozy for a brief moment before you shut that and set it aside. 18. Yeah, you find a little box with a hinged lid with just this white sparkly powder inside that kind of tingles your fingers and makes you like see your field of vision seems to expand briefly.
I will take a little pinch of that and throw it onto Twig.
Okay. Twig, you regain consciousness.
I'll keep the rest of the vials.
Why is the world weird? Oh,
because you stepped in soup.
My pumpkin head. But that's the only way I could eat it.
It's bad soup.
Oh, he was being very hospitable. But
what?
Why are you holding him? Why are you still going through his bag? He gave us soup. Why is he unconscious?
He's snoring on the ground next to the pot.
We should go.
I'm busy.
Yeah, probably about this time the ritual finally finishes.
Okay. Are you gonna take a sip?
It's not good. It's still a lot of very clashing flavors that just make a mess. And there's far too many beans of various shapes and sizes. There's whole green beans mixed into it. But it doesn't have any adverse effects. It's not food that you'd seek out, but it's not going to kill you or knock you unconscious.
Okay. It's just too many weird things in one day for me. I'm going to keep moving towards the town. Are you two coming?
I'm still pointing at the bag in your hand.
This is mine now.
It's not yours. You stole it. Well, wait.
You know what finders keepers means? It's the new world. We got this.
It means you're a thief.
Yeah. And?
Why do I get the feeling your accent has changed since the moment we first... Are you even the same person we knew?
What? Yeah? What do you mean my accent's changed?
Oh, growling.
Are you coming to the town or not?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Am I? I don't know. I don't want to go anywhere. I'm gonna sit down.
I'm going to play a rousing tune on my trumpet and try and lift Twig's spirits before we move on.
Performance check.
I'm gonna try and feed the guy some soup.
Okay.
That is a 12 on performance.
Okay, it's not the best you've played. Twig, you can decide for yourself whether you think a 12 is high enough to lift your spirits. Trying to feed the guy some soup. Is awkward with the one utensil you have, but you are able to kind of scoop a bit into his mouth. Still asleep, but
That rests my spirits enough. I'm gonna give a long-suffering sigh. Stand
There you go. There you go.
up, and I'm gonna turn my back on Pat and
Oh.
gonna go look at the guy.
it's
Stand over,
a
like, put my hands on my hips. You okay?
peculiar figure, unconscious on the ground. Like I described, he's got very long eyebrows that kind of jut off his face. And long ears. His mouth seems a bit too large. His teeth seem a bit too large.
Have we guy before?
Nope.
I have an odd feeling that I have.
Nope.
Well,
Haven't
then
seen this
maybe-
one before.
Maybe we should leave him behind and keep going on what we would do. I wanted to help him out if I could, but this has gotten a little too out of hand for me, so...
It's not gonna help him if you take his bag.
What? This is me protecting him! Look what he
Beans.
did!
Oh, he was a bean.
Beans.
I'm gonna go grab him a bean.
Look what he did with his bag. He could have killed himself, he could have killed Twig, he could have killed you. This is me doing a public service. I'm making sure he's not going to hurt anyone else.
He couldn't have killed me. And I'm gonna throw a bean in his mouth.
Make a dexterity check, please.
Alright. Oh, that's not good. Oh, do I have a bonus to that? Okay. 13.
13. Okay, yeah, you get it in his mouth. 5 or lower, it was going in his nose. Bloop. Still passed out.
Alright, I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna
Alright.
take the bag and I'm gonna leave.
Is there you said there was a blanket around somewhere, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna pull the blanket over and kind of tuck the guy in, and then kind of pull him just a little bit closer to the fire. Not completely closer, but just enough so where there's a possibility of keeping him safe from predators.
Okay.
I don't remember if I had any good berries left, but I will cast it again and leave like 5 with him.
Okay. And moving on.
Apparently,
All right.
I'm too small to do anything about the bag.
All right. Moving on until the end of the day, your travel comes to an end. You're able to set up a bit of a camp, rest. If anyone wants to take watches, let me know. And
Taking watch.
You're taking a watch? Okay. Roll.
My moth is
taking a
taking
watch.
second watch.
Your moth? All right.
Your moth.
He's received strict instructions.
17. 13 plus 4.
Very good. And Pat, roll perception for the moth. Go ahead and give it a modifier of like -5.
But it's a moth, and she's really good at night.
It also
-5.
is really attracted to fire.
I think it's a
That's true.
wisdom-based
Oh my goodness.
roll.
I rolled a 5.
0.
This moth is useless.
So yeah, the moth is fluttering around the camp for a while before it just dives into the fire, and there's this little sizzles. but you're able to take a long rest.
Okay.
Everybody gets their spells and HP back.
Holy cow, what a weird day.
Alright.
It's a very normal day.
Did anybody want to get anything done before setting out on the next day?
I don't really have anything that I need to do. Oh, I do need to figure out how many bugs I have, though. Let me roll for that. I have 1d6 of bugs. Oh, 6 bugs! Let's go!
Alright. Alright, if no one's doing anything in particular, it's just another day of travel. Who's leading the way?
I guess I can, because I
am.
know where the town is.
Oh,
Right.
okay, is there a stamina limit? Or is it just we just continue on or we take breaks?
There are
stamina-
rules for like a forced march, but not really. No, it's just it takes time to move.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it sounds like Pat's leading the way since he knows where to go.
Yeah.
Alright. You're able to find a actual road after a short time, and you're able to follow that smoothly and easily all the way to Yellmoor.
Nice.
Let me see here. You leave the forests behind, traveling across open ground littered with the large stumps of old felled trees. A stone marker by the road says that Yellmoor is only a mile ahead. The gentle rolling hills continue, dotted with the occasional farmhouse or barn or field of crops. At one point you see a scarecrow in the midst of growing crops that bears a slight resemblance to Twig. Yellmoor itself is an interesting sight for Rue and Twig, having never been to civilization of this scale before. A thick wooden palisade wall surrounds the entire town, the tops of the palisade logs carved into points. Watchtowers with archers and ballista turrets are evenly spaced along the wall, and the red wave banner of Morgura decorates each one. The main gate is held open, a few guards with spears and tall shields standing watch in front of it, already casting attention in your group's direction. And as you get closer, one of them, a woman, starts jogging out towards you, the jangle of chainmail sounding with every step. "Hold there a moment, please." She comes to a halt a few paces ahead. "What sort of people are you? A gnome? A pixie of all things?" And she trails up as she cranes her neck up to look at Twig. Her eyes are the same blue as the sky, but one of them is marked by an old burn scar from her brow to the corner of her mouth. Her slightly pointed features mark her as at least half-elven. And I've never seen
I'm
that
gonna
before.
reach out my hand, one long spindly twig just kind of pressing gently on her forehead, moving her back just a little bit. Pumpkin folk.
Got it.
They're
Twig.
from, I think they're from the Havoc.
Right. What's your business in Yellmoor? Just travel? Got any particular business you're getting up to?
I'm
Yeah.
here to find your finest tavern and give all of its patrons a night to remember.
Well, I'm hoping I'm there. I get off it in a couple hours. That would be... We've only got the one. She, is going to kind of grimace at that. But, the Dragon's Flagons,
Against Flagons,
just
what a
inside the
name.
wall. Can't miss it. Kind of garish,
Alright.
but... Right,
Yeah,
just...
I think it's their first time in a town, so I was just kind of their guide, I guess.
Okay, as long as you don't cause trouble, you're welcome.
No trouble from me. I'll wink.
Are you lying?
I am lying.
Deception check, please.
That
If
is
it
15.
can I help by like I wanted to say this anyway. Why did you do that to the trees? Like I'm just looking in horror at the walls.
Oh. She's gonna glance back. Well, there was a lot of beasts that were causing problems for people before we put that up that don't cause damage and killing after we put that up, so... Yeah,
Oh.
rough for the trees, but good for the people.
Okay.
Alright, welcome to Yellmoor. And she's gonna
Thank
step
you.
aside and let you guys in. Inside the walls, there's no grass. There's hard-packed earth and the odd patch of cobblestone. There are no trees, just wooden buildings jostling each other for space. Wagons loaded with goods share the streets with those on foot and in carriages. Every person you see, man, woman, or child, is armed, at the very least with a dagger belted at their waist, frequently with more. There's a level of noise and movement that exceeds anything in the wilds you've crossed through to get here, aside from maybe that blast of bagpipe music. Pat, your roving eyes land on a familiar building set off to one side of the main gate, flanked on either side by a pair of stone statues.
Liam, if you can hear this, you're frozen.
Oh. Am I still frozen? I've got...
He's very frozen.
I don't.
Whoops.
Oh.
Am I...
Oh.
Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
Oh.
Why were you in another channel?
I misclicked. Am I good?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where'd we leave off?
You just finished describing how, you said the last thing we heard was the blast of bagpipes.
Okay. Well, yeah. Pat, your roving eyes land on a familiar building set off to one side of the main gate, because you've been to this town before. Buildings flanked on either side by a pair of stone statues. The first is of a tiefling woman, Queen Jarkari, the current monarch of Morgura, hands clasped solemnly on a noble, elegant longsword. The second is of a dragon with wings spread, dozens of broken chains cascading down from the pillar it stands on. This is Larkaya, Breaker of Chains, an ancient silver dragon that helped Morgura gain independence from Morgos under the condition that all slaves in Morgura be set free. But the building in between them is what's more important at the moment. It's a curiously round structure with a domed wooden roof, a few windows, a pair of brightly painted blue doors underneath the inviting sign bearing the name The Dragon's Flagons. A tavern, which means good food, drink, a place to rest weary feet, and maybe earn a coin or two with a good performance. As you're looking at it, the doors fly open and an overweight young minotaur is propelled through by a few pairs of hands, tossed outside onto the dusty ground with a cheer from those still inside. The horned youth lands heavily and skids a few inches, lying still on the ground in front of you for a moment before pushing himself off, dusting off half his face. Hey, I know you. He points at Pat. You took my apple. Give it back. He's going to grab a hold of your collar and hoist you bodily into the air with one arm. The smell of alcohol is strong on his breath. Yeah, I remember you. Shorty noisemaker what took my lunch. Give me my apple back.
They can make a wisdom saving throw. DC 13.
I'm gonna give him disadvantage because he's drunk. Alright, that's a failure.
Drop! I'm commanding him to put me down.
He does.
I didn't take your apple. I don't know you. You're drunk.
Just give it back, though.
I'm going to... Oh, do I have this? 1 second.
There's gonna be an audible.
Yeah, I'm gonna
burst
do
of
minor
sea
illusion
laughter
and
at that.
make a fake apple in my hand, and then
With what?
I guess I'm gonna use minor illusion
Oh.
to make an apple, and then shove it into his pocket. There you go, 1 apple. Now get out of my sight,
That's what I thought.
you drunk cow.
Gonna stagger away. Make a history check for me, Pat, if you don't mind.
History check. Wonder if I actually know this guy. 10.
10? Eh, just a drunkard. Confusing you with
Yeah.
someone else, probably. Alright.
Give me my apple. Alright, I guess I'll go inside.
Alright. Heading inside. It's circular on the inside. The bar is on the outside edge, kind of wrapping the walls, and they've got a few bartenders kind of scurrying back and forth, all halflings and gnomes and smaller folk. The center is a large bonfire with a toothy dragon skull in the flames, flames burning up through the eye sockets, and kind of grim but kind of cool.
Yeah,
And
that's
there
cool.
are round tables with seats, lots of people in here already, a lot of noise, a lot of, looks like a few card or dice games going on. You can smell alcohol among the other, the food that's being served. Nothing incredibly fancy, just standard kind of tavern fare. Stews and roasts, but good food.
Nice. I'll check to see if Rue and Twig are following me in.
I'm staring at the cobble, like at the ground beneath me, and just tapping it every so often with my foot, just like, is this safe?
Yeah, it's cobblestone.
It feels dead.
Oh, it is. It's just rock.
What? I'm gonna fall to my knees and start scrabbling at the cobblestones.
Oh, well, yeah, don't...
It's this is an awful place. I wanna go home.
I'm gonna kind of just purse my lips and slowly go back inside the tavern.
Okay.
I'll
A
be by
whale
Twig.
follows you inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna be by Twig.
Alright, you two are staying outside. Pat, what's your first order of business in the tavern?
I'm gonna head to the bar and ask if there's a need for a bard tonight.
It's a halfling woman at the bar who, are your bagpipes visible?
Oh, yeah. They're
Okay.
slung over my back.
Is going to cast a glance at them. We don't have anyone performing yet, so I can ask the owner on your behalf. Got a name?
Pat Mondo, respectable bard gnome. I'll have my hand out for a handshake.
She's gonna set aside the cloth she was wiping a drink with, and well, not a drink, but a glass. Yeah, sticking the.
It's like sloshing her.
Gives you a quick handshake. All right. Back in a jiffy. Let me check. She's going to run around the circular bar, disappear into a door at the back of the structure, and come back a minute later with a very large, another minotaur, but much larger than the last one. Kind of reddish fur, an eye patch, plated beard-like formation under his chin, and he is like slapping every customer on the at the bar. He's slapping every back as he goes by, with more or less mixed reactions. Some are, yeah, I'll raise a drink. Some are drunk enough that they just kind of get face planted into the bar for a second. Alrighty then, Pat Mundle. What do you play? Oh, pipes.
Well, I've also got a couple options. I've got this. I'm gonna pull a drum out, and I've got this, and I'll pull out a trumpet.
What are you best with, though?
Oh, definitely the bagpipes. And stuff those back in.
Pipes it is! You got a price? You want to negotiate? You want to do room and board?
I'll play for a room.
Play for a room? Sounds good. How long you playing for?
Well, I'll look around at the crowd and be like, depends on how many songs they want from me.
Pipes aren't the most popular around here, but it's different. Maybe it'll be popular for an evening. I wouldn't recommend it multiple nights in a row. But, yeah, whenever you want to start. Stage is, well, we gotta sweep the cinders off it first, but give me a moment. He's gonna...
Oh, you're fine. I'll head over to the bar and grab a drink while I wait for him to clean up.
Okay. Room and board, so your drink's covered by your arrangement.
Perfect. I gotta use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right
Alright.
back.
We'll go back to Rue and Twig outside in the street, drawing lots of curious glances with Twig's behavior. An old, we'll say just an old human man is gonna approach. I beg your pardon, are you quite alright?
I don't have any tears or anything, but I have a very sad and forlorn expression on my features, and I'm gonna kind of look up, look away, and then sit down and draw my knees up to my chest and hug them and start rocking back and forth. Just like, just think of dirt. Think of nice dirt, trees, flowers, bushes. Nice bushes. Lots of bushes everywhere.
I'm going to mind my own business now. Goodbye.
Come back.
I'm gonna then, for like a few minutes later, I'm just gonna look down at myself, look at my hands, look at where I'm sitting, stand up and just brush myself off like, what? Rue, and a smile's gonna break over my features. Just, Rue, did you put me up to something again?
I don't remember ever putting you on anything.
No matter. I'm gonna pat him on the back if that's even possible, and then head inside.
All right. Twig enters this bar, sees lots of people, a great big fire in the center of the room with a predatory skull in the center of it, ablaze. And the conversation gradually dies down as everyone is staring at the pumpkin folk in the doorway. What's that? Someone calls.
I will be going in.
Me?
After.
What's what?
Okay. Rue, you enter, see much the same, and someone points out, there's a fairy! We're all gonna die!
Right.
They're gonna...
Can't even get what I'm called, right?
Eventually, they're all just gonna go back to their conversations and drinks. You do see Pat at the circular outer bar taking a drink.
I'm gonna approach.
Oh, there you are. Done weeping over the rocks.
I'm gonna give him a confused look. I never did anything like that in my life. I'm gonna sit down on the bar stool, but even then, I'm still like, how tall is the ceiling?
Oh, it's a sloping, round, domed ceiling, so
okay,
it's
cool.
quite tall.
I'd still say, like, even sitting down, I'm a good 2-3
It's definitely
feet
not
taller than anybody
made
else.
for someone of your height. the bar is at an awkward, like, not uncomfortable point where you're not sure where to put your arms.
Perfect
I'm gonna
timing.
try and, like,
She's about to hear me
kick-
play.
I'm gonna kick my feet like a little kid sitting on a chair that's a bit too big for them, but my feet are thumping against the floor as I'm looking around, waving at anybody who's staring at me.
Some will give waves back more, a wide variety of responses. Some just shake their head and drink. Some will just nod. Some wave a little bit, and some give an enthusiastic wave and raise a mug. Rue, are you sitting at the bar as well?
I'm probably sitting on the bar.
Sitting on the bar, okay. That same halfling barmaid is going to come over. Okay. Welcome to the Dragon's Flagons. What can I get for you? And looking way up and all the way down at the bar itself between the two of you.
I'm gonna look
But-
over to Pat and just like, what? What do they do here? Why is she asking what we want?
So this is where I'm gonna raise a finger and talk to the barmaid. Sorry, they're new. And then I'll talk to Rue.
I'm
This is
older
where-
than you. You should know. I'm gonna cross.
No. Hey, that's not what I meant. You're not used to this sort of thing. People gather here, we have drinks, we have food, sometimes listen to music, trade a story. You just, spend time, hang out with people, laugh a little, live a little.
People, my
hungry?
fingers. Do you have any tomatoes?
We do. We use them in a salad mainly. You want a salad
I
or
will take
just tomatoes?
I will take just tomatoes, please.
All right, I'll have to figure out how much that's gonna cost. But she goes into the kitchen for a minute, comes back out with a bowl of whole tomatoes. Just gonna. All right. They said we could.
As I take the bowl from it, I'm gonna upend it onto the floor, break off one of my fingers, and hold it out to her.
Whoa, that's not. Sorry, I'm gonna put Twig's hand away. That's not what they pay with. You have to have either silver
It
or
was
gold
perfectly
pieces.
acceptable for the fairies.
These are. It's different here. In towns, there's accepted currencies. Why am I even here? But what is that gonna cost? I'm gonna look at the barmaid.
It's
I'll cover
5
it.
copper. Is that gonna grow back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very fine. It is very fine wood. Make a little. What are the things called? What are they called? Pat? The things.
We
the
just
man called it something.
we just take coins. We just take coins. We don't do
I've got
Trades.
just 5 copper.
5 copper.
Seeing her be this flustered.
Don't take a tooth out.
We're just gonna look at her. Oh, and he's gonna pull a tooth out, hold it out. Does this work?
No, stop! They want coin.
She goes pale. She's gonna.
Pat just face palms.
I'm gonna hold my
Boom,
fingers still out, just like.
That Redford Minotaur is marching over. What are you doing to poor Misty here?
Look, I'm so sorry. My friends are not used to this sort of thing. I don't think they have coin. They were trying to barter with,
I'm gonna hold up the finger.
and a
Here. Hold it out to him.
Please,
Keep it.
it's not their fault. Here, for your troubles, I will slide a gold piece onto the counter.
Alright. He's gonna take that. This is going to hurt.
I'm
No
so
more
sorry.
teeth, okay? No. I don't know where that came from, but. Oh, finger. Alright. No. No, none of that. No. Coins, alright? Just coins. Ugh.
I'm gonna move away and be like, well, I guess it's about time for my performance, and I'll down the rest of my drink
Right.
and head to the stage.
Few people see you heading to the stage and immediately start, "Hey, entertainment! Finally, about time we get some music in here." Oh, the bagpipes! Oh.
Oh, don't be so sorry about it yet. You ain't
I'm
never
going
heard
to-
anyone play them like I can.
I'm gonna cheer on Pat, and would that be able to help with performance?
Yeah, once he starts playing, you can give him help because you're kind of leading a cheer as he gets going.
All right.
So, Pat, make a performance check, please.
Alrighty. At advantage.
Yes, because you're being helped.
Incredible. Oh, 22.
22. All right. It is a rousing success. While you're playing, it's a little uncomfortable because the bonfire is right behind you, so your back is getting very hot. But you're able to, with Twig's help, getting everyone cheering, enforce a time of livelihood and merriment that earns you a few coins. That one gold coin you threw towards the owner is quickly recovered as you earn 8 gold worth of coins from this. However you want to divvy that up.
Yep.
And
it's 100
Performance is
copper
happening.
per
I'm
gold.
happily squishing the tomatoes beneath my feet and soaking them up.
Alright. The song comes to an end. A tiefling man with a long goatee is gonna stand up. Play the one about the egg!
The what?
Egg!
Egg.
Susie's got a pigeon in her dark brown hair, and
Do I know what he's singing?
Susie's got a pigeon in her brown hair, and it laid an egg this morning. Susie, come on,
Do
guy.
I know this one?
It is.
I'm still
know it.
clapping awkwardly, just like, eh.
It is a child's song. It's very common knowledge. It's
Okay.
nonsensical and just whimsical fun.
Then yeah, I'll start stomping my foot and playing along as he sings.
All right,
Let's
make
see.
another performance check, please.
Woo! 25.
25. All right. Gonna earn another 5 gold coins worth of money.
Awesome.
And the chorus is supposed to be different every time. Like, it doesn't center on the pigeon in the hair. There's different nonsensical things throughout the song, but every time the chorus or the end verse happens, that tiefling man just sings, "I laid an egg this morning," even when it makes no sense.
Yeah, Pat's just grinning and singing and playing along,
All right.
enjoying himself.
I don't understand what this is. I'm gonna look into it.
Putting my hands and squishing the tomatoes beneath my feet in rhythm. I'm like, this is... What is it?
Is this like a ritual?
I don't know. The fairies have this sometimes, but it usually involved a lot more blood. Are they gonna start fighting each other?
What?
You weren't there for that, were you? Were you? No, you were there.
There were what? Are you dreaming again?
I think I know the difference between dream and reality. Oh no, those the wolves. Yep. I'm gonna look around confusedly. What? Wait.
A half-orc patron at the seat on the opposite side of, like, there's Twig, Rue, and then this half-orc. He's gonna look over. I'd ask if you had too much to drink, but you're squashing tomatoes with your feet, so I don't know how that works.
Oh, she's just eating them. I mean, he's just eating them.
With your feet?
I
He's gonna
will
look
poke the
down at his
poke I
own
eat.
muddy boots. Alright. What you in town for? Couple of strangers. I sure would have recognized you if I seen you around here before.
We have to figure out why there's black goo in the woods.
Is that a code for something? What do you mean black
No, it just
goo?
makes things really angry.
There's black goo in the woods that makes things really Okay, come on. Tell me the story. What is this?
I'll go over the wolf encounter.
Alright. He's gonna roll insight, see if you're, like, spinning a tall tale or... Seriously? That was just a few days south of here? Excuse me. That seems fairly important. He's gonna set his unfinished drink down and leave the tavern.
Alright.
Around this time, people are wrapping up their games, wrapping up their drinks. Most people are leaving the tavern because it's getting pretty late. Out back behind the tavern is where they have rooms in a kind of separate building. So if you're wanting to stay the night, Pat's got one room that he's earned.
I don't think I would understand the concept of the rooms. I'm
Right.
Once again, I'm thumping my feet on the floor like, I can't root. I'm gonna start jumping. This isn't Pat. Pat.
Pat?
Oh, did he freeze?
Mundo? Respectable bard gnome?
Frozen Liam.
Oh,
Frozen Liam.
Liam.
Oh.
Back Liam.
Where he's frozen.
I don't get it. I don't know why. Am I back?
Frozen Liam.
Yep. Liam.
Frozen land. Right. Alright. You've got a room available, Pat. The other two probably don't understand the concept of a room, or at least room for rent. Don't have any means of paying for one. But Nat, did you hear what Twig was having trouble with?
No. I left and got a cookie.
Cookies?
Twig
Cookie?
was trying to...
I can't root.
Yeah, and she was calling you for
Oh.
help. He was calling you for
Pat.
help.
Alright, I'll hop down off the stage and just kind of stomp over. What?
Ah,
Hey,
I'm gonna
I'm
look
right
down at it. I can't root. If I can't
You're not
root,
out.
I can't
You're not
grow.
out.
If I can't
Listen.
grow, my life goal is over. I need to be. I did things, and then I'm gonna stomp over to the wall and kind of slam my head against it, and then mark.
You can't root inside. There's no dirt. You gotta go outside. Or you could.
There's no dirt outside either.
The dead
It's
stuff.
mostly
is
dirt
outside.
outside. There's patches of cobblestone, but it's
Okay.
mostly hard packed earth.
Look. Round here, people do things a certain way. In a tavern, there's rooms you can either buy, spend the night. If you don't need a bed to sleep in, I'm assuming you don't, because you're a tree.
I've got one.
Well, you've already got. Oh yeah, you've got yours. Well, look, I'm gonna spend some time here tonight, and I'm gonna sleep in an actual bed
Here?
instead of the woods. Yes, inside. Do you want
This
to see my
place?
room? Do you want to see my room? They give
Not
places
here?
for you to sleep and rest. What?
Here?
Yes, right here, in the Dragon's Flagons. There are places to sleep.
There's no
and
beds.
Well, not right here. They're somewhere
You said
else. I
here.
gotta ask where the rooms are. Look, hold on. I'm gonna go like, waitress, and call someone over and ask where my room is. I
Right.
can show them.
It's a little kobold who's going to, at full pace, run towards where the rooms for rent are. So you're kind of forced to run in order to keep up and find out. But
Follow them.
leads you through a side door down a long hall into side door across a little courtyard area into a separate building, a couple stories tall, with rooms available on either floor. You were given a room for free, so just hands you a key.
Mm-hmm.
16. This way.
Interesting. Thank you.
Runs up the stairs. Tries to open the door for you. Forgot that he gave you the key, and that one.
All right. I'll open the door and then show Rue and Twig inside.
All right. It's a fairly. It's not a large room. Definitely not as large as the interior space that you were just in for the performance and drinking and squashing of tomatoes. But there's a bed. There's furniture. There's a nice window. There's boards for a floor. There's no dirt. There's no trees. There's no bushes. There's no leaves. It's all
What are the walls made out of?
wood.
This is a paradise for
To
a
Pat,
corpse.
this is a nice, comfortable space. To the rest of you, it's missing green. Sure, there's a little vase with a few flowers on the counter, but that's it.
I'm gonna start scratching the wall to see if the is it wooden walls or are they
Yeah.
like stone?
It's wooden walls.
Wooden. Okay, I'm gonna start
Don't
scratching it
damage
to
it.
see if it's live wood.
It is not.
I'm gonna smell my fingers. Still not live.
Do people
I'm gonna
always
walk out.
pretend to sleep inside of trees?
Yep.
If you wanted to pretend to sleep inside of trees, just go ask a tree. Don't carve them out and for it. They don't like that. They really don't. Just
Trees are full of bugs. They might bite me. I prefer an actual bed, a pillow for my head. You know? Something comfy. I know you're not used to this sort of thing, but this is what I'm used to. I'm going to plop my bagpipes down on the floor, kick my boots off, and just flop onto the bed.
All right. It is a welcome relief after days of
Oh.
sleeping on the ground.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, before I go to bed, what time is it? I'll check the light outside, and then probably go back down to the main room where
Okay.
everyone is.
It's pretty much night at this point. Sun has set, so it's not gonna get any brighter.
Okay.
Yes. What?
I'll wait till this will be like a thing I'm doing before bed.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going to bed yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Pat, you said you were heading back to the tavern space.
Yeah, He said there were some card and dice games.
Those have wrapped up as the night concluded.
I go bed.
Okay. Rue?
For an hour or two before I sling up the little spider hammock, I'm going to be finding seeds, like maybe over the wall, wherever, bringing them back and using druidcraft to make them sprout and planting them all over the rooms on the roof. Just anything to make this place feel a little more alive.
Inside the room? Or
Yeah, like inside Pat's room, just like in.
What are you
I don't know if they have gutters.
well, you can definitely plant some on the roof itself, which you
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of seeds are you wanting to get?
Anything that's around that sprouts easy. I mean,
Okay.
I guess Druid can
It's
sprout anyway.
mostly gonna be nothing large this close, unless you're flying like pretty far out to get tree seeds.
Totally
Okay.
far, no trees.
Okay.
More like bushes and flowers, stuff like that.
All right. So for a couple hours, you're sprouting flowers and weeds and bushes on the roof, and
Maybe if like some ivy can start growing on some of the walls, stuff. Yeah.
okay. Twig, what are you doing?
I'm wanting to see if like there's dirt or stuff in the gutters or any place that I'm wanting to root and to grow. Not really knowing that and the nutrients in the soil probably are not going to be as rich as they are in the forest.
Well,
As part of that like whole forestification, I would, if I see him looking for a place to root, I will like help dig out a little spot.
okay. The best place you've seen is that little courtyard that you pass through to move from tavern space to lodging, because it's almost a garden. There's at least grass there. It's the only grass you've seen in this since you've passed into the walls.
I'm going to step around it carefully, like caressing the blades of grass with my spindly fingers, and just inhale deeply. Like I still have my feet firmly on the ground, but my face is going to be buried in the grass. And just, what does it smell like?
Grass, not as rich as you're used to.
Frozen leaves.
Frozen.
You can't hear me?
Liam's
Frozen.
Frozen.
Hello?
Frozen.
Hello?
Oh, I almost caught it. I
Hello?
was gonna screenshot it and put his face on the Devastator.
Good thing you got back.
I really hope this is not a recurring problem.
I'm glad you got back, because Nate almost put your face on a Devastator.
I can hear you guys.
Oh, good. You hear the wonderful song.
Yeah, I can hear Frozen Liam every time. Alright, so what does the grass smell like? It smells like grass, but not as rich and enjoyable as you're used to.
I'm assuming this will have I will focus most of I'm still gonna do like around like the buildings and stuff. I will do most of my focus on this area for like sprouting flowers and stuff like that.
Okay. Beautifying the courtyard,
Yeah.
garden area. Yeah. Alright.
I'm gonna notice that they're obviously trying to make it feel like home in here, and then just gonna kind of sigh, crack my sack of insects open, and let a grasshopper and a spider out into my room.
Okay.
And as I do that, I'm not casting speak to animals, but I will speak to the grasshopper. I'll be like, am I crazy? Are these weird friends?
The spider is creeping up on the grasshopper. While the grasshopper's just staring blankly at you.
I'll just kind of toss the grasshopper off into the room, and then lean back on the bed.
The spider's gonna scurry after it. Alright. Everyone gets another good long rest. Spells and stuff restored. But
Nice.
in the morning, Twig, you notice. Well, Rue, first of all, where are you sleeping?
Is there a high space in the courtyard?
Not really, no. There's just a short wooden fence running from the tavern space to the lodging area on either side of this grassy patch. Nothing tall.
I'll actually have swung up my hammock in between the fence posts.
Okay. then both of you are outside in the morning and are roused by shouting, screaming, and the smell of smoke. Pat, moments later, you're hearing a whole lot of activity outside. Sit up, rub your eyes, look out the window, and one of the largest buildings in Yellmoor, the roof is burning.
That's not good. I'm gonna shove my boots down, grab my bagpipes, and rush out the door.
Okay.
I guess if I see the fire, I'm gonna head over there too.
Okay. Three of you make your way over to the building in question, which Pat, having been here before, you're aware is Barrow's Home for Renewal, which is a very large wooden structure with 3 floors, nearly 50 rooms on each. It's a place of assistance and recovery for the downtrodden. Home to Trathis Barrow, who is named after a few followers and many penniless vagabonds, offers a new chance at life, a clean slate, and help with breaking addictions. And the roof is burning, and there are a lot of people gathered around trying to form a bucket chain from the town's well to the building itself, trying to get access to the roof in order to get high enough to be of effect against this fire. But the flames are spreading.
I am going to make use of Druidcraft once more, and help with... It says it works every action it can put out or start a fire of a small campfire, torch, candle, that kind of thing. So any small outcroppings I will be putting out.
Okay. So we'll say you're able to keep an eye out and watch for it trying to leap to other buildings, like embers catching other buildings on fire, and you're able to snuff those immediately with Druidcraft.
I have a funny idea.
Oh?
Can I cast Enlarge on a bucket?
You can.
I will do that.
Yeah, you can do that on an object, I'm pretty sure.
Alright, I will cast Enlarge on a bucket and grab a big bucket of water.
Alright.
And try and help with the bucket chain with this bigger bucket.
Alright. Give me an athletics check with advantage, please, as there are a lot of people working on this.
Alrighty, athletics. I definitely need advantage. Oh, it did not help. Where's athletics? 8.
8. You've made the bucket large enough that the amount of water it's carrying is quite heavy, and it is not really efficient. It's taking multiple people to move this into position, not nearly as quickly as the small buckets, but when it does...
People are...
when it does get tossed up, it does douse a decent portion of the flames. It seems to just be not a particularly fierce fire yet, as it's not burning deeply into the roof. It seems like something caught on fire on the roof and is just kind of starting to take hold. So you're able to...
I realize I have Control Fire, which can also remove up to a 5-foot cube of fire.
Okay.
So I will start with that once I deal with like the little outcrops on the other building.
Okay, definitely starting to get this under control. Twig, were you going to say anything?
To use the big bucket.
Oh, to help? How are you
like
helping?
as people are going, there's like two long arms that just grab the bucket handle and help heave it. So did I make a strength check for that? I want to use that bucket specifically.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll athletics with advantage. You do have the highest reach of the people gathered here, so you're able to get this the highest towards the flames.
It is only up to a minute.
21.
So.
21. Okay, yeah. This enlarged bucket is carried over by Pat and a couple others and passed off to Twig, who heaves it up, and a curtain of water smashes down onto the roof, and what's left gets extinguished by Twig's control flames, and the crisis is averted with a cheer from the assembled townsfolk.
Victory bagpipes.
Do you really?
I'll play a quick little tune and cheer the crowd on.
All right.
It's like, hey, yeah, we did it.
Someone's going to pat on the back and just, heck of a way to start the morning, huh?
You're telling me. I'll look around the crowd and be like, anyone know who started this?
Let me see. There's a lot of murmuring going on throughout the crowd. Some are saying lightning, even though it's a cloudless sky. There was no thunder. There's no storm. But a few of the guards are looking a little more concerned and murmuring to each other, and you overhear them saying, yeah, that definitely didn't just start on its own. This is nothing natural. Someone must have climbed up there, but why would they do it on barrows? This is... it's practically... I mean, not an orphanage, but it's about the same as setting an orphanage on fire. Who would do that?
I'm gonna go inside the building.
Okay.
While I'm up there still, I guess, can I, do I see anything? I guess this would be more passive.
Make a investigation check, and Pat, you're going in. Some people are still coming out dressed in fairly tattered clothes for the most part. Some of them are wearing just gray robes, simple clothing. Yeah. The staff that works there, and
I'm gonna be scanning the crowd and seeing if there's anyone that might have been involved.
Okay, you
Just
go
kind
ahead
of looking for.
Make a perception check, and we'll get to that after Rue's investigation.
You got it.
17. You're able to get down on the roof. It's still hot, but you're able to extinguish what few sparks remain and get this very much put out. Take a look around. There is the remains of a fairly long stick wrapped in some charred material lying on top of the roof at the center of where the fire started. And scattered across the roof, you're able to see bits of kind of sticky liquid.
Oh.
I guess
Enough to point out that it seems something was either placed or thrown here as maybe a source of fuel, and then a torch was tossed up afterwards to ignite it.
Okay. I guess I probably wouldn't have heard the guards, but is it? I'm assuming it's fairly obvious they're looking around.
They're keeping an eye out, and so is Pat. So, Pat, give me the number you rolled for that.
It's in play. 16 perception.
16. Okay, with that, people are starting to disperse. A few people kind of catch your attention. You see that overweight Minotaur again that accused you of stealing his apple. You see a few young people, like teens kind of, that are kind of in a group whispering among themselves. You see a lot of these vagabonds that have been evacuated from the structure itself, and another one who's very much apart from that group, closer to just the edge of the crowd. There's no clear indication, like there's no... It's hard to say who might be responsible for this at a glance, but there's a few that catch your eyes.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to the Minotaur.
Okay. He's just holding the hand to his head. Hey, you.
Hello.
You didn't give me my apple. He's gonna grab you he's gonna
Can
try.
I try and dodge that?
Yeah, he's gonna make a grapple. That's only a 7.
So is it a strength check?
Either athletics or acrobatics to escape a grapple or dodge a grapple.
Athletics or acrobatics. Okay, well, definitely acrobatics. So I have a minus. Oh, dirty 20.
Okay, you dodge his grab again.
Oh, I gave you the apple. You probably ate it.
No,
you know anything about that?
Checked my pocket. There was nothing in there. You dirty
Shut up,
thief.
you're drunk. Hey, know anything about that fire?
It's out.
Did you see anyone today?
I just
Anybody
got up.
stopping it?
It's a mess. First thing in the morning, I've got a horrible headache, and this sucks. And you still didn't give me my apple back.
Here, I'm gonna just kind of throw 3 copper pieces at him and say, buy another one.
I'm watching you. You got grabby hands. He's gonna scoop up the coins.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal from him as he's doing that.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
Ugh, 12.
12? It's enough that you are able to reach in and take a silver coin while he's picking up the 3 coppers.
Yeah, I'll just grin to myself and pocket that and be like, dirty drunk cow. And then just walk away shaking my head.
Okay.
I'll go back to Rue and Twig and be like, I'm gonna be honest, this probably isn't our fight. What do you two want to do?
I'm kind of still on top of the building. I'm just gonna.
Oh, you're right. Well, I guess I'm talking to Twig then.
Okay.
We could flutter down.
Kind of cupped
Make things
right
easy
above
for
my
everybody.
eyes, and I'm looking up at the sun, squinting up at it.
I will drag the torch, like, over the edge and chuck it down.
Okay. Doing that is going to eventually get someone's attention, and that torch eventually makes its way to the guards as someone turns it in. So they will begin investigating to see if they can find out what happened.
Nice.
Pat and Twig on the ground. Well, we'll say Twig, while you were standing there, amidst the crowd, you would hear speculation. Someone is going to blame a group of a dozen local kids that have been vandalizing something called the Creature Depot. And looking around, you do see a nearby building is marked with a sign saying the Creature Depot, and through the windows you can see quite a number of cages with animals inside.
I'm going in
Okay.
immediately.
Instead of answering
If it is a
Pat's
glass
question-
door, I am opening it with enough force to shatter the glass.
not a glass
Yeah,
door, but
I'll be asking, like, after asking the question, be like, you don't have any idea where you going? Twig. And I'll just follow her.
Twig marches.
Yeah, I'm
Follow
gonna
him.
zip along.
Okay,
Zip, you say?
zip.
Zip.
Ah.
You're gonna
Crossover?
run over. On your feet.
Oh no.
Opening the door to the creature depot, there's a tinkling of a bell and the smell of a lot of different animals. It's a stone building with pretty much one very large room with a bunch of different cages of varying sizes along. There's not really anyone aside from the workers in here, as everyone else was distracted by the fire. But there's a cacophonous noise as animals in all these cages are making calls and moving around, and you see... First thing that catches your attention is the largest cage in here has a baby triceratops in it. There's also a lot of smaller creatures. There's some little quadrupedal hairless thing with a small snout and a single horn coming out of its forehead. There's a very small glass container with a little lizard running around, leaving a trail of, like, runes on the glass behind it as it moves. There's things that look between there's, like, it's almost a cat, but its face is more like that of a moth, and it has little wings and fluff, and something more like an owl and a cat. There's mixes and various creatures that, with the two of you having spent quite a bit of time out in the wilderness, have probably seen before, but are far more exotic to city dwellers.
Do any of them sound like very upset and scared? Stuff like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. The gecko, I'll get to that. The gecko did not have, like, runes on. It was sparking as it moved. The one that sounds the most upset to you is a bird in a cage because it's complaining about not being able to fly because it's just in this small cage, and it does seem to have runes on its feathers. It's a black bird with bright blue eyes and bright blue runes in a pattern on its chest and wings. It's morning! I'm supposed to be outside! Hello!
I'm
Hello!
going into the
supposed
cages.
to be out.
They're going to the cages.
You're what?
Yeah, I'll go up to them.
Going to the cages.
Okay.
I'm gonna just generally investigate the room.
Okay.
Just kind of poke around.
You do see
Am
someone...
I able to pick one of the locks quickly?
1 second. Pat, you do...
Sorry.
As you're looking around, you do see someone working furiously to scrub some painted message off the wall that half of it is gone, but you see the word free at least. Picking the lock of what? The bird cage?
What's the one owl cat? And no, it's not just because it's an owl.
Yeah, it is.
It is. But also because it
is curled up and looks like it's trying to sleep, but failing miserably because of how loud the other animals are being.
Okay. I know how hard it is to try and sleep when everybody is being loud. Pixies were very, very loud. So.
Do you have lock-picking tools?
Yes, I do.
Wow.
But I would say that those are just like I'm able to kind of manipulate the branches of the branches of my fingers into
that is
helping.
Not accurate. Not something.
Not accurate.
Pumpkin.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking that I'm like part Groot.
Nope.
I'm not. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have just assumed that.
Yeah, if you have thieves' tools, lock-picking tools, yeah, go ahead and roll sleight of hand to try and unlock this cage.
Do not have a great sleight of hand. That's a 5.
5? No, your tools get jammed in there. 1 second. I thought I saved... like images of these creatures, but maybe I just based them off images I saw and didn't save the images.
I think I know what the Mothcat one looks like.
Yeah, that one I think I had seen plenty of times before.
Yeah, it's good.
But this thing has kind of an owlish face with a beak and little tufts, but more of a cat body, still covered in feathers, and is curled up. Just shush, it's too early for this. And does open its eyes as you're messing with the lock. Hey, what? No, and it backs up to the back of the cage and starts hissing at Twig and Rue. Pat, someone is going to approach you as you're looking around. Let me see. A half-orc woman in proper business attire. Nothing too fancy, but just going to march over. Right. Not used to people coming in this early. We're still getting set up a bit, but what can I help you find?
Did you see what just happened outside?
Bit of a commotion, but I didn't see myself.
Oh, fire. We were just looking around.
It's out?
Making sure everyone's
Already?
Yep, it's out. It's out. I'm just making
Alright.
sure everyone's alright.
Yeah, we're good in here.
Okay.
Could have helped with that. I need to pay more attention. Nosing my books too much.
Yep.
Not looking for anything in particular, just browsing.
Yeah, just browsing. I'll just kind of poke around past her.
Okay.
Not really paying her much mind.
Well, if you make a decision, just ring the bell on the counter there and we'll get it sorted out for you.
Okay. Was she... Can I roll to see if she would have known anything about it?
About the fire? Yeah, you can roll insight
Yeah.
on her
I'll
reaction.
I'll roll insight. Ooh, 11.
Okay. She seemed pretty honest and pretty surprised.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just be looking at the different animals then.
Okay.
I'll talk to Twig and Rio and be like, I'll be honest, I don't think there's much here. Just look like a pet shop to me.
But they're locked up
Cages.
to her.
This is normal. People
This
buy
is
pets.
not normal.
Maybe not for you.
That bird is not a pet.
but
I
it
need
could
to go
be if someone buys
outside.
it.
Does that lady look like the head honcho around here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna flutter over.
Okay. First,
What
she's
is
going
going on
to go
here?
wide-eyed like something got loose, and then hello there. How can I help you? What are you looking for?
Why have you locked up some of these creatures that don't want to be here?
To sell them. This is a place of business. We sell animals. You looking for a pet, or we mostly do
Sell-
pets? Sorry.
Do they want to be sold? Oh, sorry. Ay.
None of them have told me otherwise. They're just animals. They don't really.
Would you like to hear them?
Not particularly. Are you one of those wackos who wants me
horrible
to
in
set them
here.
all free? Like the kids who were in here yesterday and made a mess of my wall?
Wait. Well, what about them kids?
They came in here chanting rubbish about let them all loose, and they painted up my wall, and they tried busting a bunch of cages.
What did they paint on the wall?
Set them free.
Just that?
Yeah. They weren't really creative or organized or skilled. Just a bunch of dumb kids trying to cause a mess.
Did you ever let them just roam free?
I We let them out every once in a while, but we mostly keep them on display so that they're on display for people who come in looking for them.
I will stage whisper to Ruin Twig and be like, just drop it. We don't need to do this.
I'm not dropping this. That bird wants to fly.
It's not your bird.
You don't have wings. You don't know what it's like.
If you're
I
worried
guess
about
you're
the
right.
bird flying away, the wings are clipped. It's not gonna run off on you.
Can't fly.
Twig's gonna sit down heavily, just. You cut its wings?
I think I'm probably gonna have to ask at least the two of you to shove off.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'll just, I'll try and get Twig and Rue out of there.
This is
They're not
Be
used to
back.
this sort of thing.
Yeah, well, get used to it. It's the world.
This is
Yeah,
silly.
I will, if we're outside the shop, I'll try and explain to Twig and Rue, just metagame, what people usually see animals as, and that they're more of a utility and not exactly a companion. Sometimes they're companions, but like the idea of what a pet is. And just try and explain that to them.
Rue is going to be completely against it unless the animal's fine with it. Like, just ask the animal.
And I'll tell him that most people can't do that, and that they don't know. They don't know better.
I think that'll calm him down, but he's still not going to be mad.
Okay. Well, Pat's just trying to run damage control at this point.
Okay. After, in the middle of that explanation, as you're trying to help them see what other people see animals as, there's further commotion behind you as someone abruptly shouts, "Knife!" And you turn to look, and that vagabond that you had seen on the edge of the crowd is trying to stab down at someone with his back turned, standing in front of Barrow's home for renewal, that place that was just set on fire. And we're gonna end the session there, because it's 11.
Oh.
Oh, snap. Good stuff.
I
Well,
really
I know what I'm
want to.
doing next session.
I really want to cast Speak with Animals on the shopkeeper.
Give her a
Just
tooth.
make them guilt-ridden about what they're doing. Well, that was a cool session. Thank you, Liam.
Yeah.
There were so many funny things that you guys did.
The soup was so good.
I love the
This is-
the
it's-
picture of the rope behind your back. Just
Calmly
Rube
fight for my
pulling a
life.
tooth out in the bar like that.
Yeah, just so,
Squashing
just so
tomatoes on
people
the
know,
floor.
That rope halved my health bar.
What?
Bloodied
It
by a
almost
rope.
killed me.
Wow.
That was fun.
Thank you for playing.
You're welcome.
Thank you for DMing.
You're welcome.
I love